Hey guys, so today I am doing a drawing of Froppy and Deku fused together from My Hero Academia. I did one of Kirishima and Bakugo, so that's in my drawings playlist if you want to see that. And his name was, what was it again? Katsuro Kirishima. For this one, I still haven't made her a name. But yeah, I wasn't really thinking of names when drawing this one, to be honest. Um, I felt like the most difficult part again was the hair. Even for Katsuro, his hair was kind of the more challenging part because fusing two people together to have like a specific hairstyle is kind of complicated. I tried to keep her hair like Froppy's, a little bit shorter though. But the only difference is that it's super curly since Deku's hair is like really wavy and curly, so I wanted to keep that aesthetic of his hairstyle. Overall, I gave her a tongue like a frog. And I wanted her to have like some frog features like the tongue and stuff like that. But at the same time, I wanted her quirk to be kind of like super strength. I was talking with my friends about it, and honestly, for hers, I kind of just kept it like how Deku has super strength, and that was basically it. And she has frog features, of course. Um, I have to say, like, it was kind of hard fusing their quirks together, but she's probably a really strong jumper and runner because her legs were probably really strong because Froppy is a frog after all, so she has like frog features. So I feel like her legs would be really good for running and jumping. And I feel like Deku and Froppy are a good mix because they both have green aesthetic for their costumes, like their hero suits, and also their hair is green. So it's kind of easy to mix them together. I know there's a lot of people that say like Ochaku Ochako X Deku, but I don't really like Ochako too much, and I feel like she just wants to be like Deku, like she looks up to Deku, and she mistakes it with like a crush, kind of. Um, but it's very like confusing. But anyways, my friend he really likes Froppy with Deku, so I decided to do this fusion instead. Ochako I don't really like as a character, to be honest. Could like most of it is mainly the aesthetic. It's not her personality or anything. I feel like she's more of like, compared to other characters, she feels a bit more generic, and that's just my opinion on it. Like, you guys don't have to feel the same way. Definitely, like, I know she's pretty popular in like the Japanese polls and stuff like that. For the manga, they literally have polls like every like month or couple months to a year, and a lot of fans actually like Ochako a lot, which is really nice. She's cute. It's not really the aesthetic I would go for with like liking female characters. So yeah. Um so anyways, um, this character has like super, it's like medium length hair. It's not, I mean, it's long hair in a ponytail, but it's not as long as Froppy's hair. Froppy's hair reaches like to basically past her butt, which is like the length of it. So I didn't want to do that because Deku has shorter hair. I was like trying to figure out because Froppy has like a fringe in the middle, like for her hairstyle. So I kind of wanted like it's like bangs in the middle, but then it curves off to the side on both sides. So for Deku, I kind of took like his fluffy part in the center of his hair and then made it into that bangs area. Um, but yeah, and then I gave the ponytail that looks like a bow at the end of it, which is super cute. Um, I'm super curious if people actually tie their hair like that in that hairstyle. It would be really cool to see that. I still like I haven't searched up any references if people actually like tie bows in their hair, but I do know there's like an anime aesthetic and stuff like that when where people have their hair in bows and stuff. So yeah. I gave her round eyes. It wasn't that hard to mix Deku and her eyes, to be honest, because Deku's eyes are pretty big and round too, so it worked out pretty good. I am just shading in her hair now. I like how it's green. Deku's hair is, I feel like, I don't know if Deku's hair is lighter or darker than Froppy's. I think it's slightly lighter. I can't tell. I didn't look at that many references to be honest when doing this. Um, but yeah, I know I put the base color as super light compared to the characters when you look at them in the anime, but that's just so that way I can add more shading to it because I feel like it's a bit more realistic with the hair. So yeah. I added this stripe of black that goes down her hero costume. Basically, it's to replicate the fact that Froppy on her like on both sides of her suit, like on her chest, from her chest to her legs, there are two stripes that are going down her suit, and then Deku actually has a bunch of stripes going off on the side. So I decided to combine those into just one stripe going down the middle because I thought that would be interesting. Deku also has like these side shapes. Um, it's hard to explain, but they're black stripes all over his costume. But yeah, I ended up just scratching out the part that it was more on the side and just putting in the middle. Also for the belt, I made the buckle black, just like Deku's actual belt. For her suit, since Froppy's wearing more of a jumpsuit already, and so is Deku, it was pretty easy to combine them together. I did give her a mouthpiece like Deku has, like the mask thing, just because I wanted to add that in to match Deku's aesthetic. I didn't give her goggles. That's the only thing that like I kind of just was like, never mind about that. Um, yeah, I was kind of like, should I give her goggles and the mask? But at the same time, I was just like, I kind of like the mask more, so I ended up just giving her that. I did color in her suit a little bit darker than Froppy's, so I would say it's more, it reminds me more of Deku's colors because his colors are a darker green. Froppy's is more of a lighter green, so yeah, there was that difference. To be honest, I don't know. I was like trying to do a green that wasn't super dark, but like close enough to Deku's, and yeah. But I guess it's fine no matter what green I use, to be honest, because Froppy, oh, like, she has green on her suit anyways. I just didn't add the yellow stripes that were, like, next, like, that were on next to her stripes, the black stripes that she had. So that was something that I could have done, but then I just kept that out. Um, yeah. So for her gloves, I made them like a medium length where they almost reach the elbows, but they don't. So Froppy actually wears gloves, and Deku does as well. But Deku's gloves nowadays are super long and they go past his elbow and actually almost reach to his shoulders. As for Froppy's gloves are just like the regular glove sizes. So I just ended up doing a thing where I kept the gloves at like a medium length. So it's in between those two lengths for the gloves. But yeah, I just wanted to do like an in between for that. I tried to give her kind of bigger hands compared to how I draw hands normally. I don't know if I succeeded in that at all, to be honest, but I did want to give her bigger hands because Froppy actually has, if you look at her hands in the anime, they kind of look bigger because she's supposed to be like a frog. So yeah. It's funny because I know there's a cosplay site. It's called Make Costumes, and basically they sell a Deku cosplay, which I purchased, and they sell a whole bunch of it. And then there's one version where it's like a female version of Deku. I really don't like, I see the appeal of buying female cosplays for like characters, but for like male characters, but in general, I prefer to wear like the male costumes if it's possible. Um, I feel like My Hero Academia, it's not too overly masculine, most of the costumes. The only one that's like hard to cosplay is like Kirishima and like the other characters that might not be wearing a shirt. Those might be more difficult for females to cosplay as, but I feel like Deku's could be unisex in a way. I don't really like the whole, oh, they're wearing a jumpsuit, but to make it feminine, we're gonna do like a two-piece thing where it has to show the stomach area and stuff like that and be more revealing. I feel like it's kind of awkward. I feel like Deku, even as a female, he wouldn't be super revealing because he has like a shy personality at times, especially in front of like the opposite gender. So yeah. Um so I made her belt into the same color as Froppy's, and then it has the middle black buckle like Deku's, and I also gave her the red pouches. I wanted to add pouches, but I only added two, so that way I wasn't going overboard with pockets. I feel like Deku has four pouches, and they look really nice, but honestly, I just wanted to keep this as minimal as possible. So like she can put small stuff in it that's useful, but not have to carry so many things. So yeah. So I only gave her two pouches. And I kept them red. I know it's kind of a weird color to mix with like the beige peach color that I used because I was copying Froppy's like belt itself, but I think overall it reminds me more of Froppy when I have some of those colors. And I also gave her a blue stripe to match Deku because he does have like blue stripes on the top of his gloves. So I just did it where it was at the wrist area. So overall, this was like pretty fun to draw. I might actually do more fusions, but I don't know which characters to do. There's so many different ships in My Hero Academia to begin with, but I don't really like some of them just because I feel like people just ship characters because they like seeing certain things. Like, for example, if you're shipping a lot of guys together, even though technically speaking, some of them look very straight with their personalities and stuff like that. I feel like it's just because girls normally just like guys, so they want to see guys together. Yeah, but overall, like I'm really picky when it comes to like what ships and stuff, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't like, I'm not gonna be like hating on it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, like whatever people like, that's fine. Um, but yeah. Overall, this drawing was really fun, so hopefully I get to do more in the future, but for now, I'm still thinking of like what to draw next and stuff like that. If you have a request for like a drawing, like a character that you want me to do, like a specific anime character that you want me to draw in my style, leave a comment in the comment section below. I will get to that and actually look at it. I actually find it really fun to draw characters that I don't even know that much about, or like don't even watch the animes about. Overall, I think it's it broadens my horizons on drawing, to be honest. So I'm not really someone who's like against drawing things that I don't even know. So yeah, so leave a comment if you have a request. Let me know any characters. I'll take my time to do them. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.